So, Miley Cyrus has reminded us all that we can buy our own flowers and we can find our own happiness. Well, while that is all true, I don't know about you, but I miss being a wife.
He said, well, one of the other girls I'm seeing just started this non-hormonal birth control. Maybe that would work for you. I cannot believe I'm here. Like, I went from being married to hearing one of the other girls I'm sleeping with, you should try the birth control she's using so I can fuck you without a condom. I hate it here.
You may not believe this, man, but she knows. She knows she made the wrong choice. She threw you away. She thought you were replaceable, disposable. And now she's realizing a brutal truth that she doesn't want to face. She picked the wrong damn man. She thought she was upgrading. She thought the new guy would be so much better. The grass was going to be greener. Life would magically improve once you were out of the picture. She would finally find her happiness. But then she saw you rebuild, stronger, calmer, more focused. And that's when panic set in. Because you're not the guy she left. And the choice she made is now her nightmare. Now, she won't say it. She's not going to admit it. Or at least not yet. But she feels it every time she sees you now. When you drop off the kids, every time she checks your social media thinking you won't notice. And yeah, she does. Every time you look better, live better, and carry yourself like a stronger, more resilient man who is no longer touched by her chaos. So let's talk about it. Not her feelings, not her regrets, not her attempts to crawl back into your life. We're going to talk about the moment this realization hits her. The moment she realizes she didn't just walk away, she gave up the best thing that she ever had. And now there's a question that she just can't seem to shake from her mind. Did I make the biggest mistake of my life? Welcome to Resilient Man. Let's get into it. This is not about revenge, and it's certainly not about getting her back. Really, it's not about her at all. It's about you understanding the psychological shift that happens when your ex left a good man, you, a provider, a good father, a partner who consistently showed up. It's about when she realized that not only was the grass wasn't greener, it was artificial turf. Here's what happened. She thought she was upgrading. Maybe there was a new guy. Maybe she just wanted freedom and independence again. Maybe she convinced herself that you were the problem. You were the reason why she wasn't happy. You were too boring, too predictable, too available. She told herself the usual things that women tell themselves. I deserve better. I deserve to be happy. I'll find my happiness without him. The kids will adjust. He'll be fine. And for a while, that's the story she rode on. The divorce was finalized. She got the house. She got the kids. She got the sympathy from her friends. You got a crappy little apartment every other weekend with your kids and the label of X. But then she started to notice something. You weren't broken. You weren't staying down. You were rebuilding. You weren't begging her to come back. You weren't the broken, pathetic man she saw when you dropped off the kids. You dropped the weight. You got in shape. You got more focused. You made a decision. I'm going to take back my life. You stopped giving her the emotional reaction that she wanted, the validation. And that terrified the hell out of her. Because the story that she had been telling herself and her friends, you needed her more than she needed you. But that story wasn't holding up anymore. Meanwhile, her life, the new guy, if there was one, he turned out to be exactly what you could have told her he would turn out to be. Exciting at first, unreliable long term, and absolutely not interested in being a stepdad to your kids. Her friends, they were supportive during the divorce, but now they're sick and tired of hearing about her problems, her drama, her chaotic life. They've moved on. And your kids, they're not adjusting as she thought they would. They miss you. They miss their dad. And when they're with you, they're noticing that dad's place feels peaceful while mom's feels chaotic. And she's starting to realize she didn't leave a bad situation. She destroyed a good one. So let's look at 4 realizations that if your ex-wife hasn't come to them yet, she will. Realization number 1, you were the stable one. In your home, you were the anchor, and she cut the rope. You showed up at all the kids' games, their recitals, their parent-teacher conferences. She didn't have to handle those things on her own. You handled the bills, the repairs, the boring adult stuff that keeps life stable. You stayed calm when she was emotional, irrational, and reactive. You provided the structure that made her life work. She took it all for granted. She thought stability was boring. She wanted excitement, passion, spontaneity, and Instagram fantasy. Now she has it, and it's exhausting because excitement without stability isn't freedom, it's chaos. And chaos with the kids full time is a nightmare she chose. She's now realizing the boring life with you, the stability, wasn't a prison. It was a stable foundation, and she demolished it, thinking she could build something better on her own. She can't. Here's the second realization, and this one cuts her deep. The kids miss you more than she expected. The kids are constantly asking about you. They miss their dad. She thought they would adjust to the new normal. They'd just move on, but they haven't. So they ask questions. When can dad come over for dinner? Why does dad only get to see us every other weekend? Can we go to dad's house instead? And every time they ask these questions, it's a reminder she's the reason you're not there. She sees how much you matter to them, how much calmer, happier, and secure your presence made things. And this kills her because she thought she could be both mom and dad. But children need their mother and their father. She cannot replace what you bring to their lives. And she's starting to realize they're going to start to resent her, not you. Realization number 3, and this one really messes with her head. You're actually doing better without her. You're happier. You're thriving without her. And this baffles her. Things were hard at first. You were broken at first. But then you started picking up the pieces. You got back in shape. You focused on your career. You built a new life that doesn't revolve around her drama. You show up now with your kids with even more presence than you had when you were married. And now she thinks he became the man I wanted after I left him. But now she's watching from the sidelines. The upgrade she thought she was making was actually a downgrade. She traded a man who was building something for a man or a life that's going nowhere. And that realization tears her up inside. And realization number 4, the one that keeps her up nights, she can't undo what she's done. Even if you were open to reconciliation, and you shouldn't be, the damage has been done. The trust is gone. The family has been broken. The kids have been put through trauma they didn't deserve. She made her choice, and it was the wrong one. And now she has to stand alone. Here's the final truth, and I need you to really hear this, man. She may never apologize. She may never admit out loud the damage that she's caused. She may even double down that leaving you was the right thing to do. But that's okay, because her admission is not what heals you. Your growth, your processing and healing is what heals you. Her regret doesn't validate you. Your success moving forward is what validates you. Even if she does come to the realization the colossal mistake that she made, it doesn't change a thing for you. It doesn't change your path moving forward. What you need to know in your heart, you were always enough. She just threw it away. So here's what I want you to do, brother. Stop waiting for her to realize how much she's lost and start realizing how much you've gained. You gained freedom from a relationship that wasn't serving you. You were miserable. You gained clarity again about what you will and won't tolerate in your life. And most important, you gained the opportunity to rebuild your life in the way you want to, on your terms. The man that you're becoming is stronger, wiser, unstoppable. She can watch from the sidelines. She can wonder what if. She can have her regrets. But you're done looking back. You're moving forward. This is your time now. You own it now. Brother, if this message resonated with you, subscribe. Join the Resilient Man community. It's about men advocating for men. These messages will help you in your journey as well. Know your worth. Protect your peace.